welcome to FedScoopTV. I'm Colby Hockmuth, and I'm sitting here with Doug Bourgeois. He's the VP and Chief Cloud Officer, Public Sector at VMware. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I'll get right started. I'm wondering, Doug, what do you think is a good model for the government using IT to lower cost?
I love this question because it really gets to the heart of the matter, which I've been talking about ever since I was a federal CIO, which is this. To do more with less, which is kind of the mantra these days, we can't always focus on just the IT portion of the budget, which is only around 3 or 4% of the total government's budget. We need to address how IT can help the government save money and carry out its mission more effectively. So the model to me is really around innovation, which is how technology is being brought to the table to help agencies carry out their missions and add value to citizens more efficiently, yes, save money, but more effectively at the same time. And bringing those two things together, technology and the mission, is really the model that's necessary for the government to really move forward and accomplish its mission in a more effective way.
Right. So in that sense, how important do you think innovation and technology are going to be in not only lowering cost of government, but also making the government more sustainable and competitive?
Good question as well. So I think it's a necessary component, because ultimately innovation is not about doing the same things better, right? It's really about doing new things in different ways to really get to another level of value. And there's a whole endless supply of opportunities in the federal government because there's so many different missions. You know, there's missions that are, health and human services facing, there's defense missions, there's intelligence missions, there's all kinds of different missions that need to provide value for citizens. And the way to drive those forward is by leveraging technology, not looking at the data center and figuring out how to crunch another nickel out of the dollar that we are spending to operate that. That's not at all. It's really transformative and changing the business model of government. That's when the real value is going to be extracted from technology and just from investments in general.
So you mentioned business model. Looking at government and the IT industry for their business model, how similar should those two be in lowering costs?
Extremely. I don't see a difference. When you get down to operational elements like contracting and human resources and financial management, sure. Fundamentally, there are some different rules that drive how those functions are carried out. But when we're talking about the mission, the business model of government, there really should be no difference in terms of how businesses are carried out, in terms of they have a purpose, they see a potential value in what they do, whether it's a service or whether it's a product, and they take steps and align their resources to capture that opportunity. Business and government should really operate in the same way, and it is a very different kind of cultural aspect to how the government really needs to operate. The functional things, yeah, sure, there's going to be constraints because of the rules that the government has to live by. We all get that, and that is a necessary component of the model. But to drive to innovation, it really needs to be about the end game. And what is the end game of what the government is trying to do on a mission-by-mission basis? If we start there and we don't lose focus on that, the technology will be aligned to help make that happen.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Doug.
Thank you.
I'm Colby Hockmuth, and you're watching FedScoopTV.